Good afternoon to everyone. I am Giovanna Romano from Stazione Zoologica Anton Dorn, Italy. It's a great pleasure for me to talk today about our company BioSEArch. And I thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity. Let's start with my presentation. The title is Marine Biotech for Cosmetics, BioSEArch Example. So, first of all, I would like to briefly describe what is the main topics that I will talk about. I will start with the introduction of the context before presenting the company and the technology that the company is using. Then I will show you a list of products in our portfolio. And finally, the cosmetic products we released on the market. I would like to start now with this slide, just to remind how important is nowadays the biodiscovery from the sea. Indeed, the oceans cover more than 70% of the surface of our planet and hosts very diverse habitats, from cold polar regions to warm tropical habitats, and from coastal marshes to hydrothermal vents and volcanoes. Very interestingly, there is great interest in deep sea exploration. That is one of the most promising habitats for biodiscovery. The diversity of the habitats have driven the evolution of the very diverse organisms, and in turn we can expect a high chemical diversity. It has been estimated, as you can see from this graph, that the marine biodiversity is higher than the terrestrial ones in terms of number of species for each phylum. With some taxa that are unique for the marine environment, such as Porifera and Cnidaria, amongst the most prolific organisms for the production of bioactive natural products. In the next slide, there are some of the marine-derived compounds already available on the market. You can see that the most popular example of marine drugs are used to treat different types of cancers. And in addition, there are peptides with analgesic properties, such as zicomatide, that is derived from a mollusk and used to treat chronic pain. Overall, currently, there are 14 approved marine drugs, and there are more than 20 in different phases of clinical trials. As you may know, the pharmaceutical pipeline is really long, and it can take up to 15 years to reach the market from the start of the research activity. So for this reason, there are increasing interest also in other industrial sectors. You can see here a pyramid representing the different industrial sectors that are ordered by increasing complexity from the bottom to the top, and also according to time to market. The top of the pyramid is occupied by the pharmaceutical sector, being the most valuable in terms of economic and social value. But it is also very challenging, as I showed in the previous slide. Since there are still so many difficulties in this sector, the other industrial applications are receiving increasing attention, and especially the cosmetic and nutraceutical sectors. Here in this graph on the right, there is represented the increase of the global value of the cosmetic market that is predicted to reach more than $700 billion by the 2025. Just to mention a few compounds that are of interest for cosmetic applications, I have reported here some examples. We have here represented the carotenoids and polyphenols that, thanks to their antioxidant properties, can have anti-aging effect. There are also other compounds that could be interesting for developing anti-aging products, and these are molecules that can inhibit collagenase and elastase activity, thus counteracting the loss of the integrity of the skin. Then we have amino acids and proteins that may have moisturizing and UV protective effect, especially mycosporin-like amino acids. Finally, we have here reported an example of polysaccharide. This class of molecules possess many activities and are very useful for different applications in the cosmetic sector and in cosmetic formulation, including moisturizing, antiviral, and anti-inflammatory activity. As you can see on the right of this slide, most of these compounds are present in micro and macroalgae that are recognized as one of the most promising promising source, as they are sustainable and renewable source, contributing to avoid an impact on the environment. And for this reason, a lot of attention are today addressed to these bioresources. In this context, we can place the BioSEArch company birth. This is a spin-off company of two national research centers, the Italian National Research Center, and in particular the Institute of Biomolecular Chemistry, and the Stazione Zoologica Anton Don, to which I belong. The company is an original hub that aims to implement and coordinate a platform for the discovery of new molecules of marine origin, and also to develop the products that we already have in the company portfolio. These compounds have been identified in the frame of a national project coordinated by Sanofi. This project aimed at finding new anti-inflammatory and analgesic drugs from marine microalgae. And we just decided to start the new company to develop this interesting product up to the proof of concept, and also to foster its development to the market. The company is mainly interested in finding new vaccine adjuvants, anti-tumors, immunomodulators, but we also decided to focus on the cosmetic sector, since, as I was mentioning before, the pharmaceutical sector is very challenging, and while application in the cosmetic sector may be more easy to achieve. At the beginning of the life of our company, we have identified some strengths against weakness and some opportunities against threats. I won't go into details, but I would like just to mention a few. First of all, BioSEArch has been the first company in Italy working on cultivable microorganisms, especially microalgae, for drug discovery. And we had the opportunity for the startup period of the company to be supported by our institution. But there are some weaknesses that include, for example, the limited internal financial resources and the high competition in the field. Also considering that the time to reach the objective is quite long. And I have to mention that also being in Italy, the bureaucracy of public institutions may slow the development process, I have to say. Still, the company had some opportunities to develop our products, especially in the frame of collaborative projects and also accessing to public funds, taking advantage of the international network of the partners. The company established several collaborations, but after the startup period, it is really important to implement collaboration with big industry and also receive funding from venture capitals. And this is the most important threat that we identify. Thematically, the business development and fundraising can be represented by this picture. The development and fundraising of the society is mainly based on public funds, but also by activating contract services. Most importantly, fostering collaboration with the pharma and cosmetic companies for the development of each lead candidate we have in our portfolio. In the next slide, I have represented schematically the platform owned by the company. We start from sampling in the field and from our strain library, providing the biomass for cultivation and then extraction of bioactive compounds, and through a classical biosEAr-guided fractionation, achieving the isolation of bioactive compounds. Through this process, we have identified some compounds that are now in our product portfolio, as listed here in this slide. We have a vaccine adjuvant called sulfavant, skin wrap, that is a cosmeceutical microalgal extract with skin regenerating properties. Then a new nutraceutical having immunomodulatory properties, and 3 anti-tumor candidates that we are going to patent. In the following slides, I will mainly focus on the skin repairing product, the skin repairing microalgal extract. Skin wrap is a natural water extract from the green microalga Tetraselmis suecica that contains a high level of carotenoids such as xanthophylls, luteins, violaxanthin, and so on. And this extract has a strong antioxidant repairing activity in human cell lines. The extract reduces prostaglandin 2 release in cell damaged after hydrogen peroxide exposure, and also has tissue repairing effects on reconstructed human epidermal tissue cells. The data we obtained indicated that this interesting tissue repairing activity may have interest for the cosmeceutical and pharmaceutical market, and thus we claim the use of the crude extract from this microalgae for the application we have found, and currently the patent is under approval. Thanks to the investment of part of the company's capital, we commissioned a small Italian cosmetic enterprise to develop a formulation containing the extract from Tetraselmis suecica. And thus we have now 3 products on the market thanks to the collaboration with this cosmetic company. We have a face serum with a facial serum with the regenerative properties, an anti-aging and UV shield cream, and a lip care. This was our first success, and we hope to go further in this field, but also go on trying to develop other products for different applications, including the pharmaceutical sector. I would like to conclude thanking the partners of the BioSEArch company, especially the board of directors, and all of you for your attention. And I would be happy to answer all your questions. Thank you.